everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to be showing you how I list using List Perfectly in real time from start to finish. I take all of my photos with my phone in the List Perfectly app using their next photo feature so that I can take all the pictures of one item and save them and then move to the next listing. And then they save here as individual listings, one per item. If you aren't familiar with or don't know how to use the next photo feature, I have a video on that as well, like a screen share tutorial, and I'll have that pop up at the end for you. You can watch that. So after I take all of my photos, they will be available to me in my List Perfectly catalog. I go up here to the sorting tool, as I call it, the sorting hat. Such a nerd. And I choose not sold, not eBay. So this is going to show me all of my listings that are stored on here in the catalog that are not listed on eBay. And sometimes I'll have mistakes like this where I accidentally created a listing without pictures. This one does have jeans in it, I promise. I don't know. I accidentally took a picture of a pen for, but yo. And you can tell how bad these look, right? Pretty bad. And down here I have some listings that I haven't pushed back out yet. I like to end and sell or relist, actually. It's not so similar when you're doing it with List Perfectly. But I end items on all the platforms each day and then relist them. I'm kind of working through that now, but I did want to show you that how I list. So let's look at this pair of jeans. So what I do is I take all of my photos, then I come to the computer, take the photos with my phone. I come to the computer, sort by not eBay, not sold. Then I will start opening these up one by one. I right click the edit tool and open it in a new tab. That is just the way I like to do it, so that this tab stays here with this list of items. So then once I'm in here, the very last picture I take of my items is the item on a scale with its location. We store all of our stuff in the poly bag or the padded flat that it's going to ship in. That way when it sells, we can just pull it and slap a label on it. It's that simple. And we have bins labeled A through D0. So we have A through Z and then A1 through A0, etc. And each bin holds 20 items. And we have tags for 1 through 20 for each bin. And when something sells, we pull it out. It's already in its nice little poly bag or padded flat. We pull the tag off, slap the label on, it's ready to go. The tag goes into a bag and we recycle them. So we're not constantly creating new bins or making more bins and taking up more space in our garage. Anytime a hole or a spot opens up in a bin, that tag is what I'm going to use for the next item. And then I take a picture of the item at the end of the photos so I know its location and what its weight is. And that's the first thing I'm going to input. I'm going to choose my template. I don't have one for women's shorts yet, so I just use the one I've created for skirts because they're similar enough and it's got all the information I need here. But you can create as many templates as you want in List Perfectly. In fact, they just came out with a new template update. So I'll have that pop up at the end for you, as well as the photo video. I pick skirt, and I go down here to shipping. So this weighed 10 ounces. You always want to round up. Always want to round up for shipping. And it was location C619. So here in my SKU line, I'm going to put May, because that's when I'm listing it. And then C619. And that SKU line will go into the listing on eBay and Poshmark. Mercari doesn't have SKU links. So then I'll just delete that photo. Now I have List Perfectly Pro, so it has the feature of removing the background. I start that in bulk. If it was jeans and I had 10 photos that I wanted the background removed on, I would just select all 10. Well, this is working. I go over here to comp it if I'm going to comp it. There's a lot of jeans and plush that I list over and over again, same character, same brand, that I don't comp anymore. That just comes with time and experience. But a lot of things I still do comp if they're new to me, or if I haven't listed them in a long time. I want to double check the comps because things change over time. Turds race to the bottom, right? So these jeans I have never heard of, these shorts. They were in my ThredUp haul. But I want to list them because denim shorts do well, regardless of brand. So you can see I'm changing my photos around. I'm flipping them around. Now, normally, instead of talking to you guys while it was removing the backgrounds, I would have gone over here and looked up Homage, Heritage, Women's, Cutoff, Jean, Shorts, right? And then seen, well, these are a pretty good brand. Check these out. But let's make sure we're looking at used. And let's make sure, let's look at the solds. So I don't really see any in the sold. So these are going to have a really low sell-through rate. And I would even probably categorize it as poop. But came in a ThredUp box, and I like to list as much as I can from those to get all of the monies I can get. And I'm patient, so if it takes a long time to sell, that's fine. We have a garage to store our items in. I'm going to go, these are fancy. They have embroidery. These are kind of fancy. So knowing that they don't really sell that often and mine aren't fancy pants, literally fancy pants, I'm going to say I'm going to list mine for like $14 free ship. Okay. So what I would do is put 14 here. Not there. I would put 14 between the month I'm listing it and the location. And that way I know what I wanted the original price to be. The price you put in this box is the price that's going to be pushed out on the platforms when you cross post from List Perfectly. I bump it up 25% because that's the price I want it to be on eBay. We run sales around the clock. So I always price things at 25% higher than what I really want. Then when I go to list it on Mercari, I will knock the price back down to 14, and then it'll go up to 16 on Poshmark to give me more room for offers over there. And in here, I would put like jean shorts, cutoffs, denim. You can choose 3 keywords or tags to put in to your listings on the List Perfectly catalog, and it will transfer those to Mercari and Poshmark for you. Takes care of the hashtag. You don't have to put the hashtags in. You just put the 3 tags you want separated by commas in this box, and it will come across correctly when you cross post. So once I have my price, my location, and my shipping, and my keywords here, I'll double check my photos and make sure everything's hunky-dory and facing the right way. And then I usually look at the tag to remind myself of the material. I put that in here. And then I'll build my title. So with this, I would want to put, I would want to type correctly. Palmer Heritage. Oh, I promise I type better. So I'm trying to talk at the same time. I would put Palmer Heritage, women's jean shorts, size large. I put both of these large. L and LG. I do that with small and medium as well. It gives you more of a chance to show up when people are searching for that size, because some folks search by large, some folks will search by LG. If you don't have room, you can always take one of them out. Your title is a really expensive real estate, is how I like to look at it. And you want to build it with great keywords and descriptors of your product, and you want to go from most important to least important. And there are times when you will have to remove things to get everything in there that you want. So I will leave that there if there's room. If I get to the end of a title and I've run out of characters, I will start removing stuff, and that would be one of the first things I removed. So now what I want to put, I have the measurements here next to me on a piece of paper. I take all the measurements and write them down, and that way I can have it to my left when I'm typing, and I can go pretty fast. So these have a 31-inch waist, and I do the rise on shorts. I don't do that on skirts. And they are 11 inches long. So now I can say these are mid-rise, cut off, whitewash, denim. Cannot talk and type apparently, folks. That's good. I mean, you get 82 characters. I think that's good enough. Maybe ripped if it'll fit. Okay, see, now I've hit where I'm probably going to want to take this out just to make sure I'm under 80. And then down here in the description box, I'm going to say these are women's size large cut off jean shorts by Palmer Heritage. Maybe I want to say mid-rise. I'm going to put the brand over here. They're blue, they're cotton blend. You can put style or features here like cut off. And whenever you're listing in List Perfectly catalog, if you don't know what a box is asking for, you can hover over the question mark and it tells you. Add primary style details. Example, when your buyer would use your item, or the overall style like Western if clothing or soft grip if a tool. If you wanted to know where it's going to end up in the listing, this crosspost to supported brand fields, crosspost to supported color fields. Keep in mind, I am on the pro version, so it has a lot of nice features that some of the lower subscriptions don't have. You can always try the pro out for a month at 30% off your first month if you use our code flippinhippos when you upgrade. Our code isn't just good for new users to sign on and get their first month free. You can upgrade and try pro out for a month at 30% off. You're trying it out at that point for the same price as the business plan. So short description, it tells you here. This will cross post is supported description fields. Etsy has 10,000 character count, eBay 5,000. So it even tells you your character counts that you're working with here. Now, what you put in this box down here, when you cross post to the platforms, this will come up into your description box. So you don't need to put that description in here or else you'll have it twice. Like when you go to cross post it in the description box on Poshmark, it would say good condition, gently worn twice or whatever you describe it. So I just put it in this box here and then it'll go over and show up here. I'm going to show you all of that. So I'm going to put the size. These are women's. They are pre-owned and good. This is optional, but you can put bullets in here. And these details will be added in the description. You can put pattern or texture, season or weather if you'd like. These are all just examples of extras you could put into your listing. I just do like the bare minimum here because I'm going to have to click on the item specifics in eBay. Then you can put any variations down here. If you have more than one, you can put your quantity, your UPC if you needed it, the shipping information. Once you cross post it, this is going to be filled in automatically by the List Perfectly tool. So when you cross post from the catalog to any of these platforms will then be checked and their item numbers will be filled in down here. I cannot tell you how amazing List Perfectly is. You can add a custom marketplace for inventory management, but it will automatically do all of these platforms that you see here. Then you can put in your cost of goods. And when it sells, you would put in what it sold for, the cost of shipping and your fees. And ta-da, you can get your profit. List perfectly. It's pretty awesome, guys. You can do customizations down here. You can mark it as a draft if you didn't want to list it right away. Seller notes are for you and you only. So I can say, I have never heard of this brand. In the future, it is poop. Now I know that I don't want to ever source this brand again. I got that note on there for myself. The buyers will never see it. This is only for my eyes. Kind of like the SKU line. I also wanted to show you, you can do Sizely. If you have a Sizely account, you would click on that button and the picture of the Sizely measurements would go right here into your listing and it would be cross-posted over as well. So that is how I list from beginning to end. I take all my photos on my phone. They come here. I come to my computer one at a time. I click the edit button, right click it, open a new tab. And when I'm actually not talking and teaching at the same time, this is very, very fast for me. You can use your templates. They help a lot. And you just get into the habit and the routine of listing this way. And with time and experience, you get much quicker. So when I'm done, I update. Okay. Now I'll do that for all 10, 20, 30, however many pictures I have. I'll do that for all of those items. And here's my notes. So once I've got 10 items, I would then cross-post and list. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to pretend I have 10. So you don't have to watch me actually list 10 items. But start selecting. You see how you come bulk? Select. Okay, so I would select all 10 or 20 items that I had just filled in all the details and got the listing ready for. And then I would say stop. I would click where I wanted it to cross-post to. And then my tabs would start popping open. If you're doing 10 or 20 at a time, this can take a few minutes. So I usually get like 10 or 20 going. And as my tabs are popping up, that's when I'll get up and get myself something to drink, use the restroom, go talk to my hamster, and then come back and it's all ready for you. So I'm just going to show you each one of these tabs and what happens when they pop up here, what it looks like when you've listed from List Perfectly. So the title didn't copy over right from Macari, and that is actually a known issue right now that they're working on in the back end. I'm on a beta version of List Perfectly because I'm testing some things out for them. But as you can see, all you have to do is recopy text only real quick. The title will pop up. Once this beta version I'm on is ready for the public, that issue won't happen anymore. It's a Macari thing. The Macari lister now looks at your picture and tries to build your title based on what your picture is, rather than just letting List Perfectly copy paste it. But that won't be forever. And you saw how easy it was. And that's just to show you that when there are issues or technical issues or glitches with List Perfectly, you can go right to your page, your main page here, and you can click current technical issues. It tells you everything that's going on and how to work around them. The team stays pretty on top of what's going on, always has workarounds, always has ways around them or betas that you can download to get around it. They have the utmost, best technical team and customer support I've ever seen of any company. So you can see here now my title's there, my pictures are here. This is my description. So remember when I said that the good condition, gently worn from that box would show up here? Here it is. So here's what I wrote. And then there's features cut off because I put the features in, the size, The condition pre-owned, that comes over because I had clicked that. And then this is specific to Mercari only. Okay. On Poshmark, this is specific to Poshmark only. On eBay, specific to eBay only. You can see that those are all different. And they are things that I want on each platform, specific to that platform, unique to that platform. And you can set those up in your settings on your list perfectly. So you just come over here to my account and go to your settings. And you come down to your marketplace description footers, and you can have unique and different ones for every single platform that you list on, and they will only show up on the listings for that platform. Can I say it again? List perfectly is pretty amazing. We have one for Grailed as well, but Keith does all of our Grailed listings. I do these 3 platforms. So this is what I've put here that I want, and it shows up here at the bottom. Here's my tags. Remember I said it takes care of the hashtags for you. Got my categories filled out. Sometimes these are wrong. Sometimes Mercari will guess wrong, but they're typically correct. If you don't see your brand here, you can start typing and seeing if it's a brand here. This is like a really generic brand, so it didn't pop up. But if these were Levi's and you had Levi's in the title, that would have already been filled in for you as well. Your conditions filled in for you, your color, your size. And again, this may be a little bit different on the subscription plans below the Pro, what copies over. So you'll want to look into that when you are signing up for List Perfectly or whatever you have right now. You can always go to just listperfectly.com. You can look at plans and pricing right here, and it breaks them down for you, simple, business, and pro. What they include, what copies over. You can do those comparisons and see what's best for your business. Not everyone's going to need pro, but if you want to do this full time and you're serious about reselling, pro's the way to go. All right, so with Mercari, then you'll choose whether you want shipping or ship on your own, which is what I do. Like I said, I'll change the price back to 14. I know I want 14 for these shorts, but I put my price on List Perfectly a little higher, so it'll be correct on eBay. I don't like smart pricing. Don't like it. Don't like it. I want control. Sorry, I forgot to put no brand, not sure. I like having control of my stuff. And there you go. Boom. And a little thing will pop up right here. This is the item ID, and it has been listed, and everything's good to go. And then you would do that with Poshmark, and you would do that with eBay. eBay, because they want you to have 1,530 billion item specifics. You know, with Poshmark, it's a little bit easier. Everything's here, your picture, your title. You got to pick your category on Poshmark. It doesn't fill that in. And once you pick that, your size fills in for you. See? And then you got the brand here, color, your style tags again, and then your original price. If you put 0 on List Perfectly, it will copy over, or if you had an MSRP. You can choose your discounted shipping, whatever you want. It's listing now. And it's real quick. And then it pops up with the message for you that it's successful. And then on eBay, we have our own categories in our store, so I would pick that for myself. I would double check and make sure eBay chose the right category. Pretty good about it, but sometimes eBay messes up. Everything else is filled in. My condition description, my photos are here. Most of the item specifics are going to be automatically updated when you're very good with your details and your title. When you have really, really good descriptive titles, eBay does actually fill in a lot of your item specifics for you off of the title. It saves you some work. And, you know, the better your title is, the more likely you are to get hits when people are searching for your item, and the more likely you are to make more sales. Now, I knew this wasn't 100% cotton. It was cotton blend. That's something that is an eBay limitation. It's not anything to do with List Perfectly. When eBay sees the word cotton, it likes to put cotton, 100% cotton. They're denim. They're casual. I don't really think there's a theme. I will actually put the inches here. And my rise was 11, so that's a high waist. And they zip closed. I don't mess around with too many of these. I try to fill in as many as I can, but I don't sit here all day with my item specifics. And then I'll make sure, see this, now when we mark our store 20% off, these will be $13.99. That's why I like the price that way for us. We always have best offer on. We only have one pair of shorts. I just double check everything going down just to make sure that I didn't make any mistakes. It's good to check things. We do offer free returns. These are going to be first class. We always offer a second shipping option. That would cost the buyer. No one ever picks it. On our first class items, it's free. We offer this. No one's ever going to choose that, but we did hear somewhere when you have more than one shipping option, it gives you better search results. I can't prove or disprove that, but it doesn't hurt to just slap that on there just in case it is true. Our handling time is same business day. It's set up at 9 a.m. for 9 a.m. each day. And this is all good. This is some glitch. We were told that whether this is checked or not, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be shipped there. It's a glitch in the system. Good old eBay. And the custom weight is 10 ounces. That's good enough. And that's everything. So then I want to list it. eBay takes a little bit longer than the other two platforms. And that's not because of List Perfectly. Again, it's an eBay thing. It's just, it takes a little bit longer for it to load in. But there you go. So then I want to bring you back over here and show you the listing on List Perfectly now, so you can see how these correlate to the item in your catalog. Now, again, if I'm actually sitting down to list, I'd be doing these 10 or 20 at a time. And I would just fly through the tabs and get them all going, and then come through and close them behind. So I'm just going to show you in the listing. Down here, you can see that the 3 platforms are now checked. And there's their item numbers. And in the actual catalog itself, it now tells me that these are on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And I can easily open them from there. Oh, isn't that cool? You can open them right from there. And then if you notice that you made a typo or you wanted to change the price, you can update. Pick the platforms you want to update on, all listing details, or just price, quantity, title, images, or description. List Perfectly is hands down the best investment in our business we have ever made. This makes my listing go so much quicker. It makes it so much easier. And we can cross post to 4 different platforms so quickly, so easily. When items sell, it's so easy to end them on the platforms. It's super easy to go in here and bulk end and relist every day. There's so much you can do with List Perfectly. I encourage you to check out our playlist on the channel. It has a lot of videos in there about List Perfectly. I have tutorials in there for almost everything you can think of. And then every time they come out with new features, I do videos on those new features and show you what's going on there. If you don't see something in the tutorial, don't hesitate to leave a comment and ask me to make it. I love using List Perfectly. I love talking about List Perfectly, and I love making videos about List Perfectly. So if you want me to do something that you haven't seen me do before with this tool, absolutely ask me. But this has phenomenally changed the way we list and cross post. It has increased our sales overall and lessened the amount of time we're spending on certain tasks. So let me know in the comments if you have any more questions, comments, or concerns. Don't forget, if you don't use List Perfectly already, or if you want to upgrade, you can use Flippin' Hippos and get 30% off the first month. Hit the thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Help us feed our hungry hippos. And hey, don't forget to join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Great group of folks from the reselling community. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.